It's Castranger time! Woo!
Woo! Gar's here.
So dumb. So dumb.
Oh my god, he's here!
Dumb.
The man, the myth.
Have I just been saying so dumb for the last month?
Sure.
No.
That was the last thing I remember being on the show. I just had my hands in my face saying so dumb.
For a month?
I guess. At least in the Castranger continuity.
Well, yeah, we are kind of dumb.
Smart as a pancake.
It's all going according
You guys
to
are smart though.
according to Pankeikaku. Gar, do the thing.
Cue the roll call. Yo ho hoy.
You ruined it. We are live!
Zenkaiger! Connect. Loading. Broadcast.
Tempered Zeal! Bluecaster, Super Ichi!
Loud and impulsive. Greycaster. Late.
Illuminating the Tokuverse. Goldcaster Garza.
A spark of courage, the power of dreams. Orange Caster, Global Soft Perka.
Broadcasting hundreds of opinions across the world!
Radio Sentai Castranger.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 378.
Episode
Remember,
Reggie
we're
Ice.
we're a bunch of Burmese.
That's random.
No, don't
Hermes.
you remember
the Burmese picture?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. With the
Woo!
I'm apparently the trash pink Burmese.
But not because of that, just because it's pink and gray. It's also my favorite of the three.
I know Emily described it as trash pink Burmese, so I was like, okay.
No, that's what it's called. Trash.
It actually
pink
is.
Burmese,
It covered itself
Oh.
with trash.
Oh,
it's got insulation on
It's
it.
an actual
Oh.
form change.
I take your trash and I take it away. I don't know.
yeah, it's episode Reggie Ice, my favorite of the Reggies.
Reggie Ice! I'm awful
Well,
at
I
that.
love it. It's not even Reggie Ice, it's Reg Ice. There's
Yeah,
only one I in the
I'm
name.
so pissed that the name isn't just spelled with two I's.
No,
Because
No,
it
to
like
me-
trips you up. Yeah.
to me, it'll always be Reggie Ice, much like how it'll always be Delibird.
No, it's
Not
delivered.
Apparently it's
delivered.
it's
No.
Delibird.
No,
That's some
it's supposed to be a take on delivered because he has a bag and he's a bird, so it's delivered.
What about the whole
Delibird.
Rayquaza
What?
versus Rayquaza?
What if he delivered cold cuts? Then he'd be Delibird.
Yes, he doesn't. He provides heals or bombs. It's delivered. My mind was fucking awakened that day. I found that out.
And you need to deliberate which one it is.
Well, if they
Delivered.
started calling me Delibird, how's that affect me?
This is some Titus Titus shit, and I won't have it on my show.
Anyways, I have to show this picture because I saw it on Twitter. So we got more like Revice forms.
I added
And
that
this
to
is-
my news, but I guess we're skipping ahead.
News
That's
mode.
the Vice Marshal of Pete form.
It's the rooster Geno.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, right,
chicken
news.
genome or something, I think.
But it's based around Cross.
None of the animal matchups make sense. How many
No,
do you have to see
but-
before this hammers into your
but-
brain?
But it should have been a monkey because Sento always kept calling him like a musclehead monkey.
You stupid monkey.
Yeah,
even
so
funnier.
so we have Revice chicken genome, which is based on Cross. By the way, I'm still cross that the name wasn't Claus like it clearly was supposed to be. I just want to put that out there again.
It's Kurozu.
Kurozu.
We found out about it from underwear,
I was about to say it's all that fucking underwear's fault.
and we were like wondering if he was Kamen Rider clothes, like
Yeah.
that you wear.
He wore a dirty ass white shirt and then Premium Bandai
Sold.
sold that as a fucking shirt.
I can't fucking believe we let them get away with that.
People bought it. People
Of
bought the dirty
course they
shirt.
did.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's more. We also have Giraffe Genome, which is Grease, and Vice just goes off screen like it's the lesser dog from Undertale.
It's top tier genome.
Top shelf too.
I'd love to see like the final or figure art for that.
Oh my god.
It would just be infinite. It would just.
Imagine it would have to come in like pieces in the box, then you have to assemble the neck.
What if the neck like
God,
retracts
you
into the
long
body and you could like pop it out?
Anyways, I don't care how you do these in live action. I want them in the show, in the Hyper Balbio. Just make this fucking happen. I want to see this fucking chicken Vice form like live action. I need
We
it.
saw Rubber Duck Vice in live action, so they could do it.
Yeah. And then we also have the one based on Rogue, which is Dung Beetle Genome. And what the fuck with Vice? He's a pancake now.
No, he's a piece of dung?
I guess. I don't know.
But he has like a beetle drawn on it, so
Yeah.
I think he's just trapped in a piece of shit. Fitting for him.
And yeah, then we got another shot of Build Kangaroo Genome.
Which is already like the most adorable thing ever.
It's got a bib!
Yeah, of course he does. Because Vice is nothing but a big baby.
He's a baby Joey.
No, it's great. George has a huge sense of humor. I love it.
Just dunking on Vice at every chance.
Every chance you get. Oh yeah, no. So, I'm sorry, Emily. I have to do this, but the Batman website made like a name generator, so you could type anything, and then it would make
you're gonna
Batman
post
title.
it. No, you're gonna post it.
So I had to make Hot, and then Jerry made Glue Gun Circus.
You were kidding me.
And that's her new wallpaper.
I miss Glue Gun Circus. That was a fun time.
I will do it, and I will show you.
I love that.
Which one?
I love how that's phrased like a threat.
You know what? Hot Glue Gun Circus. There you go. Put them together.
Oh,
No,
God.
it doesn't work. I think I'm gonna use Glue Gun Circus because it's longer.
A lot of people apparently forget the whole context behind that. I just like, I think it was like the villain or something.
Yeah, it was in the one
The
of the
Zoojr
like,
movie.
the Zoojr movie, and the villain was like circus themed, and the weapon that he was using just sprayed string everywhere, like the kind that you get from a glue gun. And I don't know why, but for some reason, I just said Glue Gun Circus, and it kept cracking me up. It's not even funny. I don't know.
Hey, Guard, do you remember what episode that was?
Hot is much funnier.
The Zoojr movie?
Do you remember what Castranger episode number that was?
Not off the top of my head.
Oh.
But if you give me like 5
funnier
minutes, I'll figure it out.
You don't even have to do that. We have our discussion index. You can just click there, click the Zoojr movie, and there's the episode.
Exactly.
Yeah, it takes him 5 minutes. Give him a break.
Let's do that.
Just Hot with the dramatic fun. Thanks so much. Oh my god, that's amazing.
Zoojr. Was it? Yeah,
People having too much fun
Heart
with
Pounding Circus. Yeah, it was Castranger episode 135, Glue Gun Circus.
Oh,
You
okay.
named it Glue Gun Circus.
Yeah.
And of course, before we forget, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet got revealed. We got our starters. Of course, I am Team Fuecoco all the way. Look at that adorable ass Pepper Crocodile. Is adorable.
I am Team
Yeah, I really
Quaxley,
hope it's
pending the final evolutions.
The final form is a grass fire pepper plant. But
There are already so many good artists and interpretations of the final forms.
Hence why I made this meme. You go, Fuecoco.
okay, that's pretty funny.
That's a Mean Girls reference. I still got to show each of that.
I've seen that movie like one time, but I've seen tons of memes related to it. Like I don't know why it got so much credit.
The Sherway Gardens Mall makes a cameo in that movie.
All right,
I never noticed that.
All right, we got to move on because we got a lot of news and a lot to talk about.
Better not be CO2.
One more meme. One more meme.
Sweet Maui onion. Yo hoy!
Oh god.
It's good.
Okay, next on the news docket, we got the official.
The other one is Fire Ghost because ghost peppers.
We got the official images for the Holy Wing Vice stamp, and I have already purchased it.
Yep.
Even though I don't have any other Revice things.
Because that form is so cool. I showed everyone that I've shown that form, even people who know nothing about Kamen Rider, have been like, "Wow, that's awesome!"
Right?
including me. I don't know. I don't have room for anything, but I hope it gets like a little figure or something, like a small
Oh,
figure.
someone's already done fan art of
Ooh.
Hell Evil. I still like the idea of calling it Unholy Evil, but that looks really good. So yeah, the Holy Wing Vice stamp, 3630 yen, March 12th release. I've already bought it on Amazon Japan.
You know what? Okay, so you know how like Evil Bat Genome, like when he finishes it, it goes like yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that like Unholy Evil, it would just be like an even longer, prolonged laugh.
I would agree with that.
You'd be like yeah. That'd be amazing.
Just like even more maniacal.
Exactly. I Toei, do it, please. Thank you, Evil, for making rider belts have the ability to laugh at you.
Yeah.
I love that trope.
Was he the first one, or?
I think so.
His was the first belt, I'm pretty sure, that ever laughed at the end of his Henshin.
Unless you count Gaim's Jimber forms going ha ha.
Oh no, that's just him being French.
For some weird reason.
Jimba Terry.
Does that have anything to do with French? Anything?
I don't know.
It's just Ryoma having a sense of humor.
Black Hole was also Evolve, Jackson. So the base form. Yeah. All right, cool. Moving on. We also have images of the Thunder Gale Vice stamp, which is just the most colorful thing.
It's super cool though, but I
And-
might buy
Yeah,
it.
it's a T-Rex head.
I kind of like the big old button on top of it. It's weirdly cute. But it also makes it look like a spray bottle or maybe like an asthma inhaler.
It does look like an inhaler.
It's the Gale stamp, so
I want us to get like a gimmick that's just like a Pez dispenser.
That would be awesome. Like if it like I don't know how to describe it aside from a Pez dispenser. Like
I would want someone to take this, recolor it as Godzilla, like make it dark charcoal gray, and then make the yellow part light blue as if it was his atomic breath.
that would be really cool.
Oh, this is cool. So there's an actual fan inside this stamp, and it spins, and like the colors on it change.
That sounds awesome.
That's kind of cool.
And
That
also,
means
like,
this toy's gonna break in a few years.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's gonna be like the Doremi wands that spin.
I wonder if that's like a reference to like Shoei era belts because they had like the spinny thing.
So I wonder if you like spam like tilting it while it's in the driver, if that just like accelerates the fan, and it's just like those other toy fans we used to have as a kid, where you just like spam the button to keep it spinning, you know?
To the point where you break it.
Exactly.
I had a toy that had like a fan spinning blade, and then I would like.
Yeah, and you just like spam the button. It's like vroom 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 vroom.
I have.
Everyone had some toy like that.
I had behind me a Transformers Cyclonus figure from Armada, where he turned to a helicopter, and he had a pullback trigger on it, so that in vehicle mode you can like pull back the lever and it'll spin the helicopter blades.
Wow.
Mine was a Transformer too. It was from McDonald's, and it had like a fan that like a blade that shot off, like you know where it like launched it into the air.
That was the McDonald's Cyclonus from the same show.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I had a couple of these as a kid, dragonflies.
Oh
my
yeah.
God,
Oh
they made,
yeah.
They made like a boy version of those. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were dragonfly warriors that flew on dragons. It was pretty dope.
There's a theme song too.
Oh yeah, like look to the skies, dragonflies, or something like that.
It's
That
gonna
was originally.
it's gonna fall in your
girls'
eyes.
I missed the '90s. No, but then they discontinued them because people were cutting themselves with like the toys.
Yep.
Same with the other ones.
Yeah,
The dragons they stood on were
dangerous.
cool. You
I
like
miss
pulled
the 90s,
you
man.
like pulled the tails to like launch them.
Yep.
So anyway, the Thunder Gale Vice stamp is 35.20 yen, March 26th release.
I will not be getting it because I still want to get the rolling stamp.
Me either. I don't care. It's cute, but I'm not interested in this form.
No, I want the rolling by stamp. That's the best toy we've gotten so far.
I like that it's a weapon too.
Yes,
Next.
and you can store Vice in it.
So our next news story, unfortunately, spoils something from Revice, and that is that Hiromi apparently survived his fall off the cliff.
He's got amnesia.
He is starring in a spin-off called Dear Gaga.
Is it
Oh,
called-
sweet. We're finally getting the Kamen Rider Tokusatsu Gaga
I
crossover.
was-
No, it's about him sending a love letter to Lady Gaga.
I was thinking more it has to do with Global Soft.
So
No, this will apparently be the Blu-ray miniseries.
yeah.
So like the Allen special.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this will follow Hiromi as he returns to his hometown after he was exhausted physically and mentally after the events of his supposed death. Apparently, the word Gaga means mother in the Miyagi prefecture dialect.
Oh, okay, I
just-
guess it's like a mutation from Haha and Oha.
Yeah.
We need to continue the tradition of these deep Blu-ray specials. Like, I just want Hiromi to be like on a swing, just swinging in a park, just being like, "What's my purpose?" Because like, remember when Alan was on a swing, and then
Yep.
what was it?
Javert.
No, was it Javert? I thought it was Alan.
No, it was Alan. Then Javert joined them.
No, Saionji joined him, and he went down the slide.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Swings are like the perfect place to contemplate your existence, I think.
And then in Lupin Pat, fucking what's his face was on the swing.
Oh,
It
the
swings
cannon.
And it swings and in the shower.
So I guess this special is going to be about him going home to mommy after retiring from being a Kamen Rider.
Played by actress Rumi Sakibara, who was in Return of Ultraman. Yay! She was May.
And his mother's name is Takako Karota.
Oh, that
there-
looks
there you go,
freaking
Gar.
cool.
Oh, that looks sick. Does that not look sick?
Oh,
It
can we
looks
have that as a toy?
Thunder.
Kind of reminds me of
Thunderjack?
Mega Charizard X, actually.
Yeah, same color scheme.
You know what, Gar? It's okay. In my Twitter feed, I constantly see like customs, so someone will definitely make that. Like in the toy. Someone will do that, and I will make sure to send it to you if I see it.
Cool.
So this special is being written by the head writer of Revice, Hanta Kinoshita, being directed by veteran director Satoshi Morota. It's going to be in 2 parts, included with the Revice Blu-ray collection. Part 1, April 13th. Part 2, August 3rd.
I'm glad that they're
It's
not
quite a gap.
like I'm glad they're not like extending it to like all 4 Blu-ray releases.
Yeah.
Just
Wait.
no.
You said we're not getting this till August.
No, the first
Well,
part is
August
April.
3rd is the second part.
The first part is April 13th. Second part's
The
August 3rd.
show's going to be in its last fucking month, and Hiromi's probably going to be back in the show way before then, and we're going to finally get the context of, what happened to him like 20 episodes ago. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
If he even comes back at all. Maybe this is just him retiring permanently.
That would be a bold move for Toei to do that.
Right?
I mean, let's be real here. They make these miniseries available on the Blu-ray just to keep the sales up for physical media.
Or, alternate thought, maybe since part 2 happens in August, maybe part 2 is like, no, I need to go back and help fight. And then he shows up in like the episode that airs right after that special comes out.
Which they do that sometimes with these shows, because when the movies get released on
There's
DVD
tie-ins.
and Blu-ray, they usually tie in
Yeah.
some sort of element from the movie into the show.
Yeah.
Like Forza Rocket states.
So I'm going to predict that part 1 will be, I'm just going to retire and go back home to live with my mom. And then part 2 will be, no, I need to get back on that rider horse.
I need to go join Matt, Mom. What? I mean, Phoenix. I gotta go join Phoenix. Oh, fuck, I wish I was a part of Matt. Oh, their base is underwater.
I'm just thinking Matt the radar technician.
I thought we were
Sorry,
talking about
no.
Matt.
We already talked about this.
I thought we were talking about Matt
Underwater
from
bases are
Digimon.
bad.
And I told you I need stock audio of you screaming about that.
Well, that's right.
All right. Anyways, next we have some more info regarding the Kamen Rider Double Futo Pi anime.
Oh, the voice cast got announced.
Yes, this looks very good.
I'm a bit upset that it's not the original actors, but hey, they at least got sound-alikes.
Yeah, we are not getting Ren Kiriyama and Suda Masaki.
We don't have the money.
Yeah. Shotaro and Philip are being played by Yoshimasa Hosoya, who is in Attack on Titan, and Koki Uchiyama, who is in Academia and Kingdom Hearts. I actually know Koki Uchiyama. I enjoy him very much. So that will be interesting to see. They are also the same voice actors who played them in the Memory of Heroes game, so it's not their first time.
That's good.
Shotaro's actor's fucking 37. I did not think he was that old. Yeah, he was born in 1985. That's insane.
Damn. Oh. This sort of leads into a news story that... So, this anime was supposed to come out on Funimation. Like, Funimation owned the rights to it over in the West. Guess that's not happening.
Yeah,
I'm very excited that Crunchyroll's merging with them because it means that there are so many anime I couldn't watch before that I can.
I'm actually genuinely excited. Like, I never bothered to subscribe to either, but now I'm probably going to subscribe to the new combined version.
Yeah, Impact on his Facebook, like a couple days ago, posted a clip from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood of just freaking Mustang just, like, torching the never-ending shit out of Lust, and I was like, Jesus Christ! Insane.
Yeah, so Futo Pi is set for an August release. It will premiere on Unext. We'll broadcast on Tokyo MX. But I'm sure we'll get to
it'll
figure
be on Crunchyroll over here.
Probably.
Yay, Crunchyroll.
All right. Next.
This is not Crunchyroll ad, Aaron.
Moving. I miss those, honestly.
And Man Girl.
Moving on from double to O's, we have some info regarding some more O's anniversary happenings. First of which being a Kamen Rider Birth secret episode spin-off. I love that we actually get a proper Kamen Rider Birth logo in this article.
I'm sorry, I just laughed at the press photo that they have of like his power-up form.
Yeah.
I feel like this is worthy of meme material. Like, put it in that party meme where it's like everyone's having fun, but they're not thinking about me getting the whole miniseries.
Mom said it's my turn to have a multicolored form.
That is...
So this will focus on Birth and the creation of Birth X, and will be releasing in the summer via TTFC.
Wait, which birth are we talking about? Are we talking about Date or Godo?
Yes.
I don't know.
I know. I remember you said that he was the Kamen Rider equivalent of Cure Ace in that he came the flip out of nowhere. That's what I remember when I described the whole Cure Ace thing, you guys were like, oh, so like Kamen Rider Birth?
Well, yeah. Birth basically was a thing only because O's wasn't working with Kogami, and he wasn't doing what he was saying, so Kogami was just like, alright, I'm gonna take matters into my own hands.
We'll get our own rider!
I'll use my own Kamen Rider to do shit for me.
Apparently the theme song for the miniseries will be a variant version of Anything Goes.
Yeah, the happy 10th version.
Eiji, Ankh, and Hina.
Cool. Prior to the spinoff, Toy Tokusatsu Fan Club was also releasing 2 web-exclusive short stories named Core Metal Resurrection / Prologue and Birth X Birth Prologue, both of which are debuting March 13th.
Is that one like the 2 births? Birds?
Ichi, I think it's supposed to be pronounced birth.
Right, what am I thinking?
Alright, the next news story is another Kamen Rider related one, and it also relates to Birth.
More Birth!
We'll be getting a CSM version of the Birth Driver.
Oh boy!
And a Birth Driver and X unit.
Think of all that functionality!
I mean...
I like the Birth Driver and its weird Gashapon gimmick.
I think it looks amazing, to be honest. I haven't seen it in action, though.
I mean, it was always really satisfying to fucking, like, twist it and then it would go make that nice pop sound. It was really cool.
You mean the sound I can do with my mouth?
Yep.
Yes.
Crane arm. Drill arm.
Presto cannon.
Cell basto.
I'm just wondering when we'll get a renewal of Kamen Rider Birth.
I would say this would be worth it if it came with the Birth Buster, because that feels sort of like intrinsical to the kit. You know what I mean?
No, it has to come with the fucking milk can just full of cell metal. Imagine you got the milk can.
Lane, don't joke. Bandai will do it, and yes, they will get their money out of it.
I mean, yeah, we got Eji's boxers, we got Akira's
Banjo's dirty shirt.
Yeah, fucking Akiko's slipper.
We went all the way back to Banjo's dirty shirt.
No, no. Banjo's dirty shirt is the pinnacle example of we can sell anything with the Kamen Rider name on it.
And the best part is you can get away with not washing it.
Isn't it like for cosplay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for cosplay.
In case you feel like cosplaying that very specific moment.
Well, now you
Episode
can. Because
1.
they have the dirty shirt.
Because no one else has dirty shirts in their closet.
So unhappy because like he hated his character in fucking Amazon season 2, and then he found out he was being a writer. He's like, God damn it!
Hey, he made up for it.
He did.
Is the moldy shirt from Animal Crossing?
I think Cross is honestly the true definition of a secondary writer.
Sure. Okay, so anyway, this CSM birth driver, they're releasing 2 versions, one that's just the birth driver and one that comes with the new X unit.
It better come with a voice line of just Date being like, Date Akira
returns.
I love that.
It was also confirmed that Premium Bandai will re-release the CSM Cell Metal. So like just one cell metal?
Yeah, but it'll be like actual metal and not stupid plastic gray.
It'll be a real good cell metal.
No, it'll be a blind bag thing where you don't know which cell metal it is.
No, the CSM cell metal, it gives you the actual ability to put it in someone's head, and you can actually make a green.
Oh no, just
or
like
yummy or whatever the fuck they were
just like that one time Dave did to me.
No, I did that to you.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I went Ichi Melodon. I threw it and hit you square in the forehead. It was so funny.
I was like stunned for a minute. I'm like,
that was so perfect.
I remember that. All right, next. So Zenkaiger just ended, and they've confirmed a new crossover film. And it's not just Zenkaiger versus Kira Major. It's apparently Zenkaiger versus Kira Major versus Senpaiger, which I guess means the previous Sentais.
Yeah. So let's find out who has anniversaries this year. No.
Taking place after the Zenkaiger show, they are traveling a myriad of parallel worlds, meeting their predecessors. They will also meet the mysterious new team called Senpaiger, who they meet in a miracle. I'm going to assume this is a hodgepodge team made up of whatever random previous Sentai actors they could wrangle at the time.
Oh my god! I would love if they brought back the what were they called?
What?
The Rider Sentai.
Go Riders?
Yeah, the Go Riders.
Yeah, I was thinking about them too.
I feel like if it was them, they wouldn't bother calling them Senpaiger.
Yeah, they would just be called the Go Riders.
No, I'm just saying like they reused those suits.
Oh, well, why would they use the suits and not just call them the Go Riders?
Because Toei repaints everything now.
Okay, I'm upset. They confirmed that Hakataminami's not returning.
Well, yeah, he's busy being an actual comedian.
Special ruined.
Most of these crossovers rarely do have the mentor characters anymore.
No, Hakata Minami already hit his god tier pinnacle when he did the Pen Pineapple Apple Pen sequence in the Kira Major movie. That was his pinnacle.
I just can't
we're not
believe,
seeing him ever again.
I just can't believe we got an actual Kirame Gold Henshin.
But if they wanted him, I wonder if they wanted him to do that, or if he wanted to do it.
I don't know.
I feel like it was a bit of both. Like it's a tongue-in-cheek thing of like, can you do it for us? All right. So the special will be written by Junko Komura, who did Zenkaiger, and it'll be directed by Kira Major director Kyohei Yamaguchi, and is set for a limited theatrical release April 29th and won't be available until September 28th on DVD and Blu-ray.
Oh no, however will I count down the days.
And the Blu-ray will come with a DX blue Zenkaiju gear.
Yeah, it's not in this article, but yeah.
Yeah.
The colors are like blindly contrasting.
It's made of translucent plastic, meaning it'll break in like a few years just from standing there and doing nothing.
Yay.
You joke. but
No,
unserious.
I know you've drilled that into my head. I believe you.
All right.
More Zenkaiger news. We have Majine.
You sick fucks stalked
What?
Majine's actors, her human form actors' gravure pictures as soon as they were dropped. Well, I hope you're happy because now Majine, the character, is doing gravure. Are you satisfied now?
Yeah, I saw that. Like, it's like pinups of Vagina herself.
So it's nude, Majinu.
Did she want to do it?
I don't know.
I feel like this is a joke.
Oh, it
I
is.
wonder if Sabla's actor's gonna buy it.
Oh, God. I'm surprised that isn't a tweet already.
Because yeah, she like super loves Majinu.
So this will be released in Weekly Playboy's Super Sentai special issue on March 19th. This is a
boy.
whole issue? Who
What?
else is in it?
The what?
The Weekly
Yo!
Playboy Super Sentai special issue.
I wonder if
The
we'll get.
what?
I wonder if we'll get those Gravure wagon photos we've been waiting for.
Oh, no!
You forgot about wagon, didn't you?
I willingly forgot. I have actively tried to forget. And you
Yep.
keep reminding me.
I can't help it. I love Tokuger.
Let's also keep this in mind, people. They had a boardroom meeting to discuss about this over, hey, maybe we should release Sentai internationally. This fuck overseas fans. Let's make this.
Robot Playboy.
Not Majinu. We should have gotten fucking Flint. Should have got a Flint book.
Fuck off.
Hey, Flint's pretty.
Anyways,
I'm just curious to see who else is going to be in this issue.
Hey,
It
wait, what?
reminds me of like the Marvel swimsuit issue.
Why
I
is
found out
Birth
that
at
was-
a table?
Birthday
I don't
party?
get it.
there's
it's my
like
birthday.
there's like
guess so.
multiple issues that are just like Marvel characters in swimsuits.
Our next news story is we have some more Dawn Brothers info by way of toy releases. Looks like their Zyuohger tribute Zord is just going to be some shitty little cubes. And then they turn into like flappy wings on the Momotaro Alter robot.
Decker, if you were gonna make that joke, you should have used the right birth form. You should have used birthday form.
Yeah.
That's what it's fucking called. You fucked up. No, birthday form's awesome. It's a powerhouse.
So yeah, this is Don Zuo Momotaro Alter. And it comes with an Avataro gear of Zuo Red. And like
Oh, if you look on the wings, you can also see the elephant and the tiger in
I was gonna say, even though it's the yellow and blue cubes, they included the emblems of elephant and tiger just because we had to fit them in there, I guess.
Oh,
Sorry
okay.
about that.
If there's one thing about Dawn Brothers I don't like, it's that Zyuohger form. That's terrible.
Right? It looks like
It's
a
so
giant.
lazy.
It looks like a bat.
So lazy.
And then the red one's just a tail on the back that you can barely fucking see.
I
proving
re-listened.
to everyone that Yamato's the ass of the team.
I re-listened to like a Zyuohger, like the Zyuohger Henshin recently, and I really love just hearing the fucking changer just go like,
Oh
I
yeah.
really
so
miss,
good.
I admit that I miss Zyuohger. I really, maybe it's because that was my first Sentai I watched, but
Zyuohger was
really-
just really, really good.
It was really, really good.
I really enjoyed it. I loved all the characters, and I also got to know you guys during it. So
Leo continues to be my favorite yellow to this day. No
Zoo
one
of the
beats him.
World continues to be my favorite Sixth Ranger.
Yep.
I
times.
still have. It's been several years, and I still haven't gotten to his level.
Newcomers, if you haven't listened to our old episodes, listen to our whole year-round discussion of Zyuohger. That was
Good
a
time.
fun-ass year. Elle was on it with us.
The
and he really
Cast
loved it
Ranger
too.
Golden Years.
Oh man.
So anyways,
My favorite Red Ranger's Deno's sword form.
God.
I just died a little inside. I hope you're happy. So anyway, the Zyuohger Alter, 2,200 yen, April 23rd release.
That is going to be a fucking shelf warmer.
Don't buy it because we can't allow them to get away with this.
Yeah, no, that's lazy. Like, you should have treated Zooji with more
I
respect.
don't know what they're called, but these shitty little cubes remind me of actual, like, toy building cubes that I used to play with in my elementary school. I don't remember what they're called, but they looked exactly like these. Anyways, next. Speaking of Momotaro, yeah, unsurprisingly, there is in fact going to be a Don Brothers Den-O crossover.
No, unsurprising? I actually didn't think they would actually fucking do this.
What are you talking about? Den-O's in something every year. What better way to cross over than with this?
No, absolutely. But I just kind of like, I was kind of like joking, like, haha, wouldn't it be funny if they like crossed over with Den-O? That'd be hilarious. And then I actually saw the picture and I was like, fuck!
And then Toei went, bet?
Hold my beer.
I think it's just weird that
Hold
they
my
did
peach
it
juice
before the show even started.
I guess it was like, all right, everyone's gonna make the joke all year. Let's get this out of the way.
And so like it's like 3 like mini videos that they released on their like YouTube channel.
Yeah, 3 2-minute episodes titled Avataro Sentai Dawn Brothers meets Kamen Rider Den-O Aim to be King Dawn. Unfortunately, the videos are all region locked, but I'm sure someone will find them and sub them anyway.
Toei did Den-O dirty in this special.
And
I only say that because whoever they got as Den-O's suit actor, that's definitely not Seiji Takaiwa, and he did not get Momotaro's mannerisms down.
Yeah.
No one will be able to do the same way Seiji Takaiwa did.
I mean, heck, chances are Ichi's going to use the main news article image, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm just showing it. I'm just showing all the pictures that are in the article on the screen.
Yeah, like the one where he's doing his iconic like Ore Sanjo pose.
Yeah,
you can tell he's not.
It does seem kind of half-assed.
Right. He needs to be crouching lower while doing it.
Yeah.
Or like, I watched these specials in which the way he holds his sword around, the way he moves his body around, it just
hashtag not my Momo.
And yeah, I know Seiji Takaiwa retired. Good for him. He deserves after 35 years of suit acting.
Wow.
But just like
he retired without ever finding a worthy successor.
That, like, I hate to say it, just retire Den-O.
I would not be sad to see Den-O finally put to bed, to be honest.
It's for the children.
I mean, hell, his suit is now starting to show worn out after being around for 15 years. That's just upsetting.
Yeah, and then I see the Excel suit in the Kamen Rider Mystery Special, and it still looks clean.
Apparently, in this special, they have a quote-unquote pleasant exchange over pudding.
They did. They went to a shop with the monster and ate pudding.
Pudding?
It just makes me think of Blook from Weekenders. Hey, bro, pudding.
All right.
What's this about Kamen Rider phone?
Yeah, so apparently they released a Henshin action case styled after the Fies driver that you can put your phone into.
Oh, so it's like the one with the 01 driver.
And not only that, but like you can actually like rotate the Fies phone in the driver on your case as if you were like doing the complete.
Oh my god, that's actually awesome.
I think that should have been 2 separate pieces.
Yeah, it kind of looks
like
really
phone,
weird.
Like the phone part of the Fies belt should have been the case, and then the belt should have been like a bigger piece.
It really looks weird to have the actual belt buckle be on the back of the phone when they could have easily gotten away with having just the phone.
Yeah.
But apparently the whole thing like slides, like rotates so that you can use your phone's back camera.
I mean, at least they were thinking that far ahead.
And it comes with a Henshin sound card, which looks just like the Tim cards from the Vital Bracelet.
The Henshin action case. Oh my goodness, guys. Is this a subline?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a picture of it in action.
Yep. See, look, it looks so weird that it's not just the phone.
It's like if Takumi actually like put the whole belt up
If he
to
held
his
the
ear.
driver
Hello?
to his face.
Hello, Mari, are you there? Are you okay?
Just makes me think of the one scene from the Netflix Cowboy Bebop. Moshi Moshi.
We don't talk about that show. It was canceled.
They included a chart showing which phones.
I like that show.
They included a chart showing which phones it actually fits, which is primarily iPhones, the Google Pixel 5, several models of the Akuo Sense, and some of the Galaxies.
Ooh. Galaxy.
Yeah. Premium Bandai Web exclusive, $49.50 yen, July release. Speaking of Galaxy, bam! Power Rangers Lost Galaxy is all on YouTube now.
Yay.
I actually like Lost Galaxy.
I just love the absolute devoid enthusiasm.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked Lost Galaxy, but it's been forever since
It was the last season of the Zordon era.
No, the last season of the Zordon era, Diamond Zordon.
It was the it was the like epilogue to the Zordon era.
Post Zordon era.
It's like yes and no, where yes, it is the end of the Zordon era, but it's also the beginning of the new era.
The rest.
Yes and no.
Yeah. So those are all on YouTube. All 45 episodes.
And now they're doing Lightspeed Rescue in 5-episode batches. Meaning it'll take 2 fucking months for a 40-episode show now.
How dare they take their time to provide you free episodes?
Hey man, I was happy with 1 season a month. I don't want 2 months per season. Especially when we barely have anything freaking Disney era.
Well, let's watch something else.
I still remember it was so cool going to the Disney store and they had Power Rangers toys.
You know what? I will, Ichi. I'll go watch Power Rangers Dino Fury now on Netflix.
Oh, God. Yeah, I heard they added Precious finally, and it's just a power-up for Void Knight.
Yeah. Believe so?
Lame.
Yeah, it's like Void King.
How creative.
You know what is creative? Taking a Tokuger villain and making him a Power Ranger villain.
Yeah, Madame Noir is in Dino Fury apparently, which means I guess we're just going to get a Tokuger villain every season until we run out.
Hey man, I could see friggin' what was his name? The general in that show.
General Schwartz.
You mean the Nazi?
We already talked about him last week. That's not gonna fly.
He could work in a Cure Major adaptation.
I'm really like we were talking. It's a pretty safe guess to say that General Schwartz being a fucking Nazi analog reference is one of the possible reasons Tokuger's just not getting adapted.
Yeah.
Well, that and probably just childish looking for a Power Ranger season.
I mean, it's a show marketed to children.
Yeah, but like it's like it's why Saban didn't do it. It was too childish.
It's a cultural thing. Trains are way more loved by children in Japan than they are here.
Oh yeah. Also, we can't see a robot dick punch its way out of a coffin.
They could just not use that episode. Look at how many actual episodes of the Sentai series Power Rangers uses nowadays. It's like less than half.
How dare you try to reject our origin? We wouldn't be here 8 years later without Bonero.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, Ichi, I need you to send me a clean pink PNG of the old Castranger logo.
Drop me a message at some point later.
Will do. Anyways, I didn't watch Comrade Revice all week because I was busy watching Zenkaiger.
God damn you.
Oh my god. But it's so good, Gar.
I know it is, but Zenkaiger comes first.
Yeah, you are the Sentai boy.
I am the Sentai Ultraman guy.
Well, you can just react to us reacting.
Well, I'm going to mute myself while I eat some stuff so you guys can enjoy some revising.
All right.
Enjoy eating the stuff.
Revising.
So, I love the opening bit where it's like, it's been a week and shit's pretty fucked.
I like the Tamaki got hit in the face.
Yeah, and his eye, the way they marked up his eye just looks straight up like someone drew on his face with marker. That doesn't look like he got hit. They did a really bad job with the makeup.
And now all I can think is he got punched so hard he forgot he was punched.
And speaking of makeup, we have Vice trying to be a geisha mascot.
Yes, is in drag, and then he just straight up punched someone in the face.
It was
Ruined his mask
Tamaki.
with lipstick and blush.
It was Tamaki punch. That's why he had an injured eye. Oh my god.
Tamaki was being so wholesome in this episode.
I'm sorry.
I like when George showed up. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take a bath," and Tamaki just goes up to him. Bath. I'm like, oh, Tamaki, we must protect you.
I look forward to
What
seeing
is
him
a
develop
bath?
from here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, the Batman's like 3 hours long. It's incredible.
Fun.
Can't wait to see it on Sunday. So yeah, we got a lot of George this episode. Like a lot of George.
Yep.
A lot more than I was expecting.
They did outright confirm that guy is his dad, though, so none of that like weird brother stuff.
Yes.
Oh,
Karizaki
and-
Masumi, George's dad and the leader of Weekend.
Yeah, and I love that throughout this episode, just like George is not an idiot. He's a very bright, brilliant man.
Oh yeah.
So when Sakura like goes off or whatever like that, like
meet with
George
Weekend.
stops her and he's just like, "Oh, I'm gonna go see your phony family," and it's just like, oh.
For him to like, I was surprised just finding out that the Daddy Ninja and his Weekend family, they're not even a real family. Apparently, they're just pretending to be one. Finding that out by itself was kind of a fucking bomb. But then to find out that George somehow already found that out himself. Oh man, this man is not to be fucked with.
It makes me think of Rui and the whole spider family from Demon Slayer.
Yeah, no, it's just because like George figured out that like the driver and this rolling by stamp, it was just like, yeah, no, my dad made this, of course.
My dad.
Oh, my dad's the only other person who could make something like this, and I'm just like, wow.
He's the only other person who could fish something out of the trash and mail it.
You know what? You know what's gonna be really awesome when freaking like his dad makes because he is making a belt, obviously.
He's got his own version of the Demon's Driver, which I'm guessing Bale uses next week.
Yeah, like he makes his own belt, and then George is gonna make his own rider belt, and then they'll just have a father-son battle. It'll be fucking awesome.
Oh boy, let's hope it turns out better than Genmu versus Cronus did.
Oh, Battle of the Crazies. No, thank you.
So Olteka, even though he's already busted as fuck, is trying to become even more powerful, so he kidnaps George in order to power up the Demon's Driver.
Okay, first things first. I don't know what he's been doing with those mannequins, but he has to stop immediately because it's creeping me the fuck out.
Right?
I think in my notes, like, meanwhile in the creepy mannequin hallway.
Put them all in this one giant room in a fucking perfect circle, and I'm just sitting there like, this man's insane.
Wait a minute, didn't Metsubo Jinrai also have random mannequin parts around?
Yeah, it had a mannequin button in the background.
With Metsubo Jinrai, you could kind of assume it's like, well, they don't know what it's like to be human, so they have like confusing feelings on like interacting with other people and synthetic beings. But then like with Olteka, I like to imagine that he has all these mannequins around because he's lonely, but then my thought goes to, wait, he is a fucking cult of humans who will serve his every need. Why doesn't he just have them around?
I think it's just because mannequins are scary.
Oh, or makes a good point. It's kind of fitting that George, the writer fanboy, got an antagonist father.
Oh yeah.
Yep, that sounds on point. But yeah, no. So
on that point, it's hard to really say who's the antagonist because Phoenix is up to crazy shit. So Weekend might just be the better people by comparison.
Yeah, Olteka's the villain right now, anyways.
Yeah, I feel like he won't be around for much longer, especially after this episode.
Yeah.
Like this is skipping ahead, but I absolutely laughed my fucking ass off right at the end where it's like, hey, you were supposed to be stronger. Yeah, I just didn't feel like it. Also, I'm leaving. Bye.
Bye.
Could you have done that the whole time?
Yeah, so like now next week apparently the demon from the Demon's Driver is Bale or something.
I'm gonna go become my own Kamen Rider.
I'm gonna possess this other belt that looks exactly like the one I just left.
Yeah, what the deal was
But the
with
palette
that,
swap.
I don't really know. But apparently the problem with
I got an idea.
Okay.
Oh,
So George's dad made the Demon's Driver, right?
Yes.
What if that is George's dad's demon?
Interesting idea.
I mean, speaking of dads, we have like almost confirmation that there's some weird thing going on with the dad's heart and Gifu.
Yeah.
That's why he's Bale, because he says it's time for me to return home. So he's going home to his other, who is George's dad, and he becomes a fully fledged demon Kamen Rider to do his bidding.
Emily's talking about the Igarashi father, Genta, who we've seen is missing his heart, and that's related to Gifu's pulses somehow.
Yeah, like we saw that he now he has like a big heart, like a big scar over his heart, and he doesn't even remember where he got it.
I was probably drunk.
They took my freaking kidney. Also, sorry. That's like a deep cut. I'm sorry.
I guess I don't
Just
know
like
what
the
the
deep
fuck
cut
that
in
is, but
Genta.
I don't want to keep looking at it, please. Put
Yeah.
that away. That's
Put
creepy.
it away.
What is it? What is it? I didn't see it.
It's like this guy with a crown, and he's got a frog head and a cat head.
That is a actual illustration of a demon from like the Book of Demons.
Oh,
Okay.
Apparently,
that's Bale.
Yep.
Isn't that like wasn't Bale like Diablo's brother in Diablo 2?
No,
like,
they
his
just
bonus DLC?
lots of people just use like the demon names for generic demon characters and stuff. But
Yeah.
The
is
only
what
reason the name Bale was familiar was because that's the name of Diablo's brother in Diablo 2.
Just a quick aside. I love that at no point in this episode, after Daiji's first appearance, during either of the fights that go on, does anyone go, hey, maybe we should call Daiji to come help us. Meanwhile,
my
he's
gosh.
suffering on the floor as Kagero's getting stronger, and no one checks on him.
I never thought of that. Really obvious.
I loved that shot of just Daiji just lying there on the ground, and you just see Kagero in the mirror. That was just that was good editing.
And also just George, he did say daddy in English.
Daddy.
Oh, the best was at the end of the episode where he's just close up of his face. God damn! Oh.
But also, Love Cobb can apparently run up the side of buildings.
And
oh my
fall
god!
off it immediately.
I fucking laughed my ass off when Jean just hops the roof, henshins,
Like,
and springboards off Love Cobb. You
like,
know
I'm
what?
sorry.
She pulled the move from Super Mario World where you get the extra jump by abandoning Yoshi.
Oh god, no, don't, no.
That's what she did.
She did, and I just don't do that. It's bad.
So, I'm gonna say this. I think Vice is like slowly becoming one of my absolute favorite characters in the whole Kamen Rider franchise. Because this episode kind of made you feel for him a bit more because he had inner conflict and trust issues, and like I kind of love it.
I will say he's gotten much, much less irritating than he was at the start.
Like George offers him and Ikki like a solution to like fixing their problem, and just Vice is just looking at him, and it's just like, no, I can't trust you. You pulled that shit with Hiromi. You're full of lies, deception, and all this fucking bullshit.
Deception.
I know whatever you're trying to do is something that's going to benefit you later. And even Ikki understands what Vice is going through, and he goes, I'm not going to do this unless Vice is 100% convinced. Like, I am not forcing you into this unless you want to do it.
And then Ikki pulls the fucking Gurren Lagann line. Don't believe in him. Believe in the me who believes in him.
He straight up quotes it, and this is kind of interesting too, that the reason that they need to switch back so badly was also because Ikki would starve.
Yeah.
If he was going to starve, how has he lived for a week with no food? How long can a human survive without food?
When you're in that form, you have less. But I know that a week is not much for it's water that you need. Like
Actually, sorry, just wanted to cue in on that. The average human can survive 20 days before dying of starvation.
Jesus. But like the second they mention it, Ikki's like, oh, I didn't notice before, but I'm shivering with absolute famine.
Also, Toei, I know I've said that I really like George, and I love George as a character. I do not need a shot of him getting washed by another man and just him going, oh, I don't need that.
But the way you said that with the getting washed by another man, all I could think was another man who isn't me.
No, but just that shot of just him just being and I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah, that's the spot.
All right.
You wanted that to be.
I don't know where the dad was washing George at in that shot, but
he's back.
I don't know.
George, up.
Lower.
Too low. Lower.
Oh man. But yeah, so also with Daddy Ninja, I don't know why he's wearing like a fishnet shirt underneath his coat. It's weird.
I gotta say, like, the Daddy Ninja I think he looks pretty fucking cool in this new character that he is now.
Oh yeah, no,
he's playing it well. I enjoy it. He's playing it.
He's such the polar opposite of what he was in Ninja. It's incredible.
Yep.
That's how you know you have a good actor, because you can play like two sides.
Yeah, that's what acting is, and it's awesome.
No, but not a lot of people can do that, but some people really pulled off super well.
I just love that, like, so Olteka kidnaps George, says, okay, power up the driver, please. If I do that, it'll reveal our location. Yeah, that's fine. And then he just calls Sakura, yeah, come pick me up.
Yeah, so because like I thought like because Olteka gets mad at the Demon's driver, and then he thinks that like George didn't do anything, and the Demon's driver's like, oh no, I just don't give a fuck.
I just hate you. Bye.
Yeah, I just fight with, because the man tried to use 3 Vice stamps in a row, and just freaking Demon's driver's like, fuck no. Oh my god.
It's
no,
Yoshi.
You gotta be in blue. It's gotta be blue Yoshi.
No, make it Boshi. The one with the sunglasses.
Oh yeah, Boshi.
Also, yes, that amazing shot of when like Ikki and Vice like
paint
swap.
Over each other.
That was so cool.
Yeah, that was good.
Now, it bothered me a little bit seeing Ikki fighting in the Jack Revice suit.
Get used to it.
But I kind of, because now that we know that Vice and Ikki are now together in one body, I kind of just hope Vice takes over as Jack Revice.
I love that now that, I don't know if they could have before, but they suddenly have the ability to just like paint elemental icons and just attack with that element.
Yeah, that was so cool. Just like the painting a lightning bolt and then using lightning and then a tornado and using tornadoes. That was so cool.
That was rad.
That. Yeah.
I might just be like, that actually might have been like something that makes you want to get the rolling V stamp. Just
it makes me wonder what else they could do with it. You know, like what else could they paint emblems for?
Also, I really liked the kind of like hand motion that like Ikki made when he was about to Henshin like into Jack Revice. I thought that was just really. I looked at that, like I looked at his smile and everything, and I was just like, "Fuck, Ikki, you're so cool."
But yeah, so they give Olteka a fucking shit stomping, and now Vice is like Imagine style possessing Ikki.
Yeah.
And they're like switching between them, but when he's Vice, he has little horns and a tail.
Yeah, goddamn.
And I love that even Masumi is just like, well, this wasn't according to plan, but sure is funny.
Yeah, he's just like, we did not account for this, but yeah, it's amusing. So
now I'm just wondering how long this is gonna last for. I kind of hope for a while.
I give it a couple episodes at least. Hopefully it won't go as fast as every other plot arc. We had the
I feel
Vice
like
betrayal,
once-
and then this, and then
Well, probably once we get the new elemental form, that's when they'll like
yeah.
fix it.
Can I just say that like I'm glad that Vice betraying Ikki wasn't actually a thing.
Oh yeah, no, because like their friendship is just so delightful, and I just don't want that ruined.
Yeah.
So next episode, apparently we find out about the Igarashi's past, and Ikki remembers everything.
Maybe this is gonna lead into finally dealing with him disappearing from the photos.
He doesn't exist at all. He's a demon baby.
He was never real.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think Daiji and Sakura are their only two real children.
Like, there's all that stuff about the fading from the photos that still hasn't actually been explained.
Like, what if? Yeah, like what if? Like, oh, you know what? And this is some Lightspeed rescue shit, where like freaking, like the
When
dad wanted
Ryan-
to have a son, huh?
Are you talking about when Ryan was hanging off the cliff and Diabolical Spirit was like to Captain Mitchell? He's like, "I'll save your son, but he belongs to me now."
Yeah, so he made a deal. Like his dad made a deal with Gifu, and just being like I want a son, and he's like, okay, but you gotta sacrifice your heart.
But you have a son. I want a better son.
Older, bolder, fatter son.
No.
I want one that likes soccer.
I want one that will do the damn cleaning.
I gotta say, they kind of haven't dove into the whole soccer thing like at all.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad, honestly. I don't care.
Okay, so I think I've posited this theory before, but I'm going to restate it. This is my guess to what's happening. I think that Genta maybe made some sort of contract with Gifu, and Ikki exists as a result of removing Genta's heart. Because when you see Ikki henching into Revice, there's a shot of his heart pumping. So I think that maybe Ikki is spawned from Genta's missing heart.
That is suspicious and very interesting.
What if Gifu is Genta's heart?
He might be.
Oh my god.
That's also a possibility, because they said there's a heartbeat.
Yeah, because if you look at the Gifu statue, it looks like a heart.
Yeah. Plus, they said there's a heartbeat inside it. There's a lot of ways this could go, so I'm just going to make every guess I can think of until I get whatever one right.
I'm very excited to find out because it's pretty crazy.
Well, yeah, according to this screenshot that I'm seeing for the first time, apparently Vice knew Ikki as a kid.
Oh, so we're going to get into Vice's origins, because we've never done that yet. We still don't know why Vice exists separate, like, because other people don't have demons the same way Ikki has Vice. So we're gonna.
I wonder if we're ever gonna see his mouth.
Maybe.
Do we have 7 riders already? Holy shit!
Well, if you count Live and Vice as separate riders.
You know what?
Which I guess you can.
We're 25 episodes in, and we now have 7 riders. That's pretty good pacing, I'd say. We're halfway through the show, and we have this many riders. Like that's good.
Yeah.
You didn't pull like 7 riders in like 10 episodes.
Too many too fast is kind of scary.
I'm not opposed to more riders. I mean, look at Gaim. Or Ryuki.
Yeah, but Gaim was god tier.
Yeah, that's what made Gaim hard to follow.
Yeah.
Anyways, shit's still the show just continues to keep me freaking interested.
I'm surprised by how much this show's hooked me, I gotta say.
Yeah, no, I'm really loving Vice. Like he is my favorite character in this show. I love him. Like as much as I love George, I love Vice more. Vice is just fantastic.
Yep. He turned himself around. He was annoying at the start, but he's developing nicely, gotta admit.
Yep.
All right.
Gar, would you like to do the honors?
Change Zenkai.
You know, it's appropriate that Super Sentai uses a great big V for its emblem, because that shape perfectly describes my opinion of this episode.
V?
It was great at the beginning and great at the end, but man, did it take a fucking nosedive in the middle.
I thought it was beautiful.
I can't believe we saved the multiverse with fucking rock, paper, scissors.
That was a bit weird.
I think that the idea was that he wanted to prove to the god that he actually didn't want to do it.
If
Like-
I may, I'm sorry to cut you off, Emily.
No, it's okay.
Please finish what you were saying.
No, I was just saying that, like, I don't think that even if he lost, he would have given up. I think it was just to make the god have a moment to think about what he was doing. Because after he said, like, I wasn't even really excited about trapping the worlds anyway.
Now you win. Now I'm bored. Guess I'll do my job. I guess I'll give a shit now. I'm like, what a fucking... I'm also super pissed that this god character never even got a fucking name.
No, he was just God, I guess.
He's a higher being that we can only describe as being a god.
But, like, the whole plot of this show apparently was this god made all these fucking parallel worlds, realized, fuck, I made too many of them, I gotta destroy them. Oh wait, this Toji Tendo fucking scientist is making, like, gears to seal them in. Oh, I can just seal them away, and then I'm gonna choose these two worlds to be who's the better world.
Thanks to this technology, I can put all of these multiverses of existence in my fucking astral toy box instead of having to commit multiversal genocide.
And I think what he did was obviously better than what he could have done. Like, I think he had a very good point.
But why did anything have to be done at all? They never explained why there being so many worlds was a bad thing.
No, I don't know either. Maybe he just didn't want to take care of or look after all of them.
He was lazy and irresponsible.
They take up too much of the Wi-Fi.
Well, everything in existence is finite, so creating several universes. Exactly, Munchkin. Exactly.
I heard the meow.
Sorry, everyone.
That's not a problem.
I have Munchkin here. She likes some attention. Yeah,
but
that's never a problem.
By merit of the way the show ended, with all of the multiverses getting to continue existing, clearly whatever problem prompted him to undergo the decisions he made was never really necessary in this first place. So, like, there was no reason for any of it.
As the famous quote goes, God works in mysterious ways.
We might never really understand, but at least we had someone who went and showed, like, everything that was not Ikki. Wow.
Kaito.
That Kaito said in this episode was, like, am I allowed to just post some screenshots? I know.
Yeah.
As long as they're not GIFs.
As long as they're not GIFs, screenshots are perfectly okay.
Yep.
People in our Discord have been doing it for the Revice.
Yeah, like, there's more in this than I could possibly, like, put into words myself. So
I'll definitely admit I watched this last night. I watched the final few episodes of it last night. And
just whole exchange, just maybe you didn't care when you made these worlds, but there are people who live here now, made me think so much about all of the places that people have stopped caring about, all the worlds and stories that have meant so much to people, and people just say things like, oh, it's not real, so it doesn't matter. But no, all those worlds exist and there are people living there.
It works with the underlying message of the show. The message of equality.
I will say, like,
sorry, Ichi.
No, go ahead.
This God being that I will also admit it is a shame that he doesn't have a real name outside of just God or Kami, if you want to call him that. We could just call him Kami, which is just Japanese word for God, but mainly because we have different viewpoints on God. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked here. He doesn't believe in any of that because he's on a higher level. So what makes him better than Boko Wallace and all the people in the dynasty? He looks down on everyone. Where Kaito, he believes in equality. Everyone has a reason. Everyone has a purpose.
Everyone has a right to exist.
Everyone has a right to exist. So what makes you the chooser of that?
I hold myself in contempt. Why should you be any different?
Essentially.
I see. What I agree with what Emily said about how like people say like, oh, these characters and worlds aren't real, but like it reminds me of a quote from the very first trailer for the original Star Wars movie, where it's like there's this great battle and stuff going on. They show all these clips from the Star Wars movie, and then it says, "This is all happening somewhere out there right now," and just that line just always really like sunk hard with me, because I'm like, I always think like, yeah, maybe this universe is huge. Maybe the Star Wars universe actually fucking exists out there somewhere.
Star Wars Topia?
It exists. It's just not our universe, and there are places where they blend together, like at Disney World.
Yeah, so I like to believe Star Wars is real.
I will say that I wasn't kidding when I said I thought this episode's quality went in a V shape, because like aside from the Jenkin match, everything else in this episode was spectacular. Despite my problems with the God's logic, the progression of this episode I thought was uncharacteristically spectacular. This was some like actual JRPG secret final boss shit in a very good way.
Also, I was just gonna say I really like that the god also was kind of like teasing Kaito by taking his form.
Yeah, him, but in all white.
Kind of like a fuck you to him.
Yeah, like it all being a battle in the center of the mind with just the white void being filled with their memories, and then Kaito taking the form of all his friends to basically show him, this is what I'm fighting for, these people from another world that I love.
I will say though, like what kind of ruined it a bit was like them kept cutting back to the real world, and it would show like Kaito actually like acting out both parts,
battling himself with both hands.
I think he should have just gotten knocked out. He was on the floor. They were tending to him, and then he was just having this whole conversation with them in his head. I just think that would have. I don't
know about knocked out on the floor. I think he should have just been like standing there with like blanked out eyes, and they're like, "What's going on?"
I think what they did works because it helps the parents in the Yachan understand what's going on.
I will say they did.
They didn't need to know though, because like their memories were about to be restored and overwritten.
I will say though, they did pull off the whole like their own world was back to like normal, and like there was no memory, but like Kaito was kind of remembering sort of, and I kind of liked how they did that. Like he went to go bungee off the fucking tower, and the cop stopped him. He's just like, "You're at this again."
Call back to episode 1.
Yeah, and then he's second guessing himself. He's like, "Wait, why am I trying to ban you?"
I actually really love how this episode did that trope from a lot of JRPGs where like you're in an illusion world where you're living a peaceful life, but it's a lie, and you just have a slight feeling that something's wrong, and you go out and fix it. And
also, nice little...
Sorry, that screenshot that was posted of them all punching the god, I think this is the one moment in the show where it feels like Stacy is in fact a part of the team, and I really like that.
Also, nice touch to having the god character be Dragon Caesar, because in Jew Ranger, Daiju Jin, King or Dragon Caesar and Brachio King, they were all parts of God from that show.
Oh, that's actually a nice callback.
So I think it may have just been just so that you can tell the difference, but to me, I feel like underlying like hidden messages, like Dragon Caesar's God.
I think it's
also.
I think it's interesting that Stay Caesar didn't get a Dragon Caesar themed form. You know?
That's a very good point. Like a Shisa?
Yeah.
Hail Caesar.
Also, when like he like tells him that like, oh, the machine's like in stealth mode, and he like destroys it with the cannon. I just loved when like the other like Kikainoids like just kind of fell on him, and just like I teared up, man. Like he just said all their names and they're all just there, and I'm like, and then Zox and the gold tweakers show up, and I'm like, God fucking damn it. Like,
also
yeah, off screen, Katana and Ricky got their forms back, and just like you predicted, Ichi, they can switch between them anytime they want.
Yeah, that's good.
Flint's a fucking genius, apparently.
Something else I wanted to mention real quick, that shot where he uses the Buster to destroy the thing. He was able to do that by himself. Let's focus on that for a second.
Well, I mean, when you have a battle with yourself with God, I think you can
He leveled up quite a bit.
Yeah.
Also, can we just say at the end, freaking ponytail Stacy? Woof!
Looks good.
That's a good look for him, man.
It does look good on him.
Oh man, like Stacy.
It's because he doesn't.
Wonderful boy.
It's because he doesn't have to hide his true self anymore.
His true self is ponytail.
Guess you could say we're all having a Stacy thought right now.
But then we find out what like happened, what everybody is going to do.
Where are they now?
Yep, like Stacy went back, but he decided not to be the ruler, but is going to help in some way. Vroon brought books to Kikai Topia to help people, but Jean became a guidance counselor, basically.
Wow.
And we never find out what Zuron is doing.
Zuron's an old man. He's gonna live out the rest of his days.
He's going to party.
There was a shot where when Stacy came back to Kikai Topia, I saw that there were a bunch of like the mooks around. I saw a female mook.
Oh.
I saw a female mook holding hands with the Kikainoid, and I was just like, oh.
Someone post a screenshot of that. I didn't see it.
Yeah, no, it was. You could clearly. I'm Emily, forgive me just for the description, but I could clearly tell that mook had boobs and like a female figure.
Moobs?
That's okay. How else would you be able to tell that they were like? Why else would you say the female?
Yeah.
to make a super bad quote, he looked like you. Oh, he was Jewish.
I was just talking about Steve Buscemi today with Cell. I love Steve Buscemi. He's one of my favorite actors.
He's great.
How do you do, fellow kids?
I love that.
Do you think God stays in heaven because he too is afraid of what he created?
Yeah, that's Romero from Spy Kids 2.
That's my favorite. Yeah, apparently the movie Gar's never seen.
I actually rewatched out of a random whim Beavis and Butthead movie today.
Oh, Do America?
Yeah, so based on what we were just talking about with the female mook, my brain just went, attention, we're looking for the mook with big boobs. We are ready to do you now.
I just like that they end up stranded in the desert and they meet their dads, and both their dads and them are totally oblivious to the fact that they're related.
Yeah.
And then you never see them again. They're gone.
Yep.
They stole their shit.
Yep.
But yes, Kikai Topia looks like it'll be
okay.
It'll be okay until the crossover movie, which looks like we'll be getting some 3 arseholes trying to take back the dynasty.
Oh, we're forgetting the most important thing. Apparently, there is a multi-world peace treaty, and so now all the worlds are all perfectly united and in peace and in sync, and they all visit each other and share each other's resources.
Yeah, they can visit each other, including like your versions of yourself from other worlds.
Top not Topia.
Well, it was like in Zoojer at the end when freaking Zoo of the World became like the ambassador for humanity, and he like made peace between them and Zootopia.
Yeah.
So.
Also, didn't I say forever ago that the world the show takes place in should be called Zenkaitopia? And lo and behold, it happened.
Yep.
That's great.
And then it ends with the Zenkaigers deciding we're going to be the first Sentai team to visit all the worlds.
And this is how we get a Zenkaiger cameo every year from now on.
Oh my god, yeah. Zenkaiger's going to be the fucking Deno of Sentai.
Did you just call Zoolander Zootopia?
Oh my god!
Yes, I did, because Zootopia is one of my favorite Disney movies.
It came out years ago. It's actually the anniversary of Zootopia, either yesterday or today. Came out 6 years ago.
Oh my god.
I have no idea how that happened. I remember.
I love Judy Hopps. I love Nick Wilde.
Yeah,
So-
I brought my. I went to the theater with like, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm saying this. I was just gonna say I saw the movie.
Where's my fucking sequel, Disney? I'm waiting for my sequel.
It's getting a Disney.
Where's Tootopia?
It's getting a Disney Plus series.
I want my true buddy cop, bunny cop movie.
I would love that. That would be cool.
Not to get sidetracked here, but I wanted to talk about my favorite scene of the episode.
Okay.
Oh, of course.
And it's essentially where, everything's back to normal. And then it cuts to, late at night, Kaito's with his parents and his grandmother. And his grandmother's just telling him, like,
you should move out.
I know you stayed here because you didn't want me to be alone. But I think it's time for you to enjoy your life.
It's time for you to move out, son.
Yeah. Which, to me, that's where I started to get, that's where I started to choke up a bit. And then to see, all the Zenkaigers join him on this little adventure of his, that's when I started to tear up a bit. Because that's what life is all about. Having your best friends by your side.
While you move out.
Essentially, having your friends come along on this journey that we call life.
Yeah.
And that was Zenkaiger.
We finally finished. And then we get the handoff to Don Brothers.
It's okay.
Yep. Don Momotaro not having any of fucking Kaido's shit.
It was a really weird pass. It didn't even seem like a torch pass.
It's because he's going to show up in Don Brothers.
Yeah. Which makes you wonder, I'm super, because now there's so many ways they could go with, why Kaito's in Don Brothers. It could be the god again. It could be actual Kaito. It could be a completely separate version of Kaito. Hard to say.
Yeah, I thought in this they were gonna show what happened, but I don't know.
We'll just have to tune in next week, which is tomorrow.
Yay! I'm gonna have a fun Sunday morning.
I'm gonna be spending Sunday. I'm gonna be spending my Sunday playing Triangle Strategy. Fuck that.
Oh, is that out already?
It's out
Yep,
today. I'm excited. Yeah. And so, as we do when a show finishes, in lieu of a featured topic, it is our solemn duty to instead have a discussion about the series as a whole.
Yep.
And then someone leaves the chat.
Well, I'm out.
Is everyone okay?
No. Just as Ichi finished that, you hear the Discord thing of as if someone just left the chat.
Did it actually? I have streamer mode on, so I can't hear it.
Oh yeah, it did.
Cool. Good to know who's really interested in our fucking content.
Zenkaiger.
Oh, it was Blaze? Well, Blaze hates Zenkaiger, so that's understandable.
Yeah, now it's over. Now he doesn't actually ever have to watch it ever.
So we didn't really plan this part out, so how should we begin?
I say let's talk about the story first.
There really wasn't a lot of story. There were at least 80% of the show was Monster of the Week episodes.
That's true, and there was actually not all that much character development except for with Stacy.
More than any other Sentai I've ever seen was more focused on Monster of the Week shenanigans.
Okay, again, this is another drive situation for me. We were going into this series expecting it to have a big anniversary of Sentai plot, and it was gonna have heavy Sentai references, which it did. But it's another situation like it was with Drive, where honestly, for me, I stayed because of these characters. Because all the characters that we got were just so interesting and unique and funny and awesome. And like that's what I got from it. Like these characters made me like give a shit about them by the end.
Honestly, the only things that kept me interested were three things: Ziran, Stacy, and the occasional funny bits they would do. Occasional at best.
Oh yeah.
I was genuinely completely uninterested in everyone else.
Well, that's why, like I was saying for the past like couple months, if I had to describe Zenkaiger in one word, it's creative. I thought it was very creative.
The thing with that is, creative doesn't always mean good.
Yeah.
But I'll lead into Dawn Brothers, to be honest.
Like I'll be honest, this isn't like the usual Sentai I was expecting, but like I liked how different it was. And I liked that like they had the bold move to go, okay, we're going to have just our leader be human and the other four are robots who turn into Megazord looking robots.
My opinion on that has not changed 1 inch since the show was announced. I hate that idea and I don't like their suits.
I feel like it made me come to the realization that, like, I was thinking about the other night that I honestly forgot these guys were just suit actors. I genuinely follow them as actual like characters.
I will give props to the voice actors because I think the voice actors put in their freaking work conveying the emotions of these characters, because they had to go off of characters with no facial structure, like just to emote with. They were robots with static faces that never changed, except for the odd time where Vroon would lose his glasses, or someone would get like sad eyebrows,
or sleeping,
or have their eyes closed. But outside of that, their faces did not emote. So I will say the voice actors are absolutely putting in the work to convey the emotions of the characters.
At the end of the finale, Zioron's eyes did emote.
Yeah, they did that in the first episode too.
Oh, where he does the blink?
Yeah.
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 I don't think blinking can be considered emoting.
You know, like sometimes you kind of have that, like someone tells you something and it's kind of like awkward, and then you kind of just stand there and you just kind of blink a lot, looking at them, being like.
In that case, yes. Like I didn't even notice that he did blink. So if it was an emotive blink, then sure.
Emotive blink.
Did the blink mean something? What did it make you feel?
Blink once if you're happy, blink twice if you're sad.
Blink 3 times if you've been turned into a horrible monster of the week creation. But yeah, outside, like the story was really, really bare bones. Like the Toji Tendo have captured the Sentai worlds and they're gonna use them to throw monsters of the week at the Zenkaigers. Repeat ad infinitum.
And we were able to probably predict all the twists like pretty easily.
Yeah.
We knew something was up with Gaga. Like we always knew something was up with him.
We knew he was going to be the real villain all along, which was true.
Yeah, no, he actually ended up becoming the real villain. Oh, Gaga's death was so sad.
Vicious he was the whole time.
God.
He was in fact responsible for everything.
And I still will say that I think the funniest fucking thing we got in Zenkaiger was in that one opening where we got to the part of them in the shop and they're just not in there.
Did you see on Twitter someone compiled all of those shots from every episode?
I had to stop watching it because I wanted to stop hearing that fucking line over and over again.
Yeah, so you just hear like 48 times in a row. No, hold on. I can recite it
for 2 minutes.
I can recite it because I have the lyrics burned into my brain. So you just hear 48 times. Akiramenai hagurumade kokoro ugukaste. Akiramenai hagurumade kokoro ugukaste. Repeat it. Oh God, it's unending.
Just makes me think of that angry bit.
Get out of my brain.
You know that game that Angry Video Game Nerd talked about, that Hong Kong
Oh, Hong Kong 97.
game where,
Oh,
where
God.
she goes, "It is not to do my no, he doesn't die," over and over.
Oh, man. No, it's worse for me because, like, I'm autistic, so, like, repetition is just, like, part of how I function as a human being. So if I hear something repeatedly over and over and over again, it will not escape my brain for, like, weeks. Awful. So, like, I was walking around doing stuff around the house, like, for the last couple days, and I've just been going, and I'm just like, God.
You watch a couple weeks of Dawn Brothers, and I'm gonna be huddled up in the corner, wishing for Zenkaiger to come back, just singing those lines.
Dawn Brothers.
Is that why, like, I would get, like, the standby chimes of belts stuck in my head?
At least those were supposed to repeat.
Like, every so often, I even now, like, I just sort of sitting around or lying in bed and my brain just goes, "Bachiribino!"
Oh, well, yeah, no, lately, because, like, Ichi kind of told me as well. Oh, God, you found it, Jesus Christ. But, like, lately I've just been going, Vice. I've been doing that a lot.
The difference is those chimes are awesome.
Okay, anyways, so yeah, the funniest bit in Zenkaiger was just that one scene where they're just not in the shop. That was fucking.
And like,
comedy.
if you pay attention to that shot, like, you can see the time of day changing over the course of those seconds.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess no one was here all day.
Favorite joke?
Oh,
goodness,
well,
that's a hard one.
Well, my favorite scene was also just hearing Vroom, like, his balloon pops out in the background and you just hear him fall.
Oh yeah, you just hear him falling.
That's pretty up
That shit was
there.
hilarious. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm bad at remembering things, so, like, it's hard for me to pick out a favorite joke, but that's definitely up there.
I would say Stacy jumping over the wall in episode 12.
Oh, that's good too.
With the tag one.
Yep.
So like, I spent the first half of this week marathoning, like, the first half of Zenkaiger.
Wow.
So when it got to that scene, I started laughing my ass off because I just forgot about it. Because it's just, okay. It's like, how long was he waiting?
peak Sentai comedy right now is still fucking Mabushina headbutting that desk.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I don't know if we had anything in this season that was quite to the level of Drunk Mabushina.
No,
But
Yeah.
Mabushina's peak Sentai comedy.
Zenkaiger
right
had some great comedic moments, but Kira Major still grossly overshadows it.
Also the Perfect Blue music video that killed me.
The fact that Stacy was watching his own music video in the karaoke
God.
room.
Yeah.
I had to think about that for, like, days. I was like, what, did the god just, like, record a music video and then play his own song at a karaoke?
Lane was
That
having
does work in mysterious ways.
Lane was having some Stacy thoughts.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You know what? Okay. Let's get into
Just real quick, one more point on the story, but also about Stacy. I'm upset that the plot of Stacy becoming good took literally the entire fucking show, because I was hoping the last arc of the show would be while Stacy was the good guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I sort of hope Stacy gets the Yodana treatment and gets his own miniseries.
Yes.
I think defeating his father was what kind of, like, gave him the closure he needed.
Of course.
Yeah.
He was Diet Light Riku.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Stacy, probably, like, one of the best characters in the show, and I love the story behind his actor, that he auditioned for Kaito, but he didn't get it, but the Toei loved him so much that they're like, you know what, we're gonna write your own character. I don't think that's ever really been done before, and I just think that was so awesome.
wait, so that's how Stacy ended up in the show?
So let this sink in, people. Stacy is the most well-developed character in the entire show, who wasn't even supposed to be in the show.
Yeah, like, that's crazy.
What
to
does that
me.
tell you about the show itself?
the fact that they went with the fans.
Like, I wonder what this show would have been like if Stacy was not a thing.
Oh, it'd be boring.
I'm gonna put it this way. I think Stacy is the most. I agree that the most well developed, best character in a dynamic sense. But I think Zuran is the best character in a static character sense. He didn't change the whole show, but he was the best character and didn't need to change. He
was the realist.
Oh, he was the best member of the team.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's Sentai's dad.
Yeah.
He's such a good father figure.
No, he's Sentai's fun uncle who likes to party.
You know what? Yeah, he's the fun uncle likes to party.
Sentai.
Drunkle Zuran!
But yeah, no, because like the man was always paying attention to everything. He didn't he let shit get to him, because I always liked. That's why like he and I both shared a dislike for Gaon, because God, I hated Gaon so much.
And he didn't really change that much. He had that one episode where it looked like he was changing, and then nothing ever happened.
Like, I get Gaon liked Kaido so much, but like, God, it was annoying.
It was almost like a fetish the way he worshipped humans, and it was creepy.
Like a furry, but like for anything that's not.
He's a
mechanical.
skinny.
He's a skinny.
Like the only time I actually enjoyed Gaon was the Katatsu episode, when like he was just so into it, and then he became a cat and he had extra ears, and it was funny.
Yeah, I'll agree with all of you. Gaon is I feel like is the second weakest character in the show.
I hate it too, because he's voiced by my favorite character in My Hero, fucking Tomoroki.
I was
about to say, did you say Tomoroki?
No, Todoroki. I meant Todoroki. I haven't watched My Hero in a while. I need my fix.
Oh, your favorite character.
Yeah, him, Deku, and Endeavor.
I'm sorry. I think the biggest problem with Gaon is that he's a hypocrite.
Yep.
Yes.
Just realistically, he is a hypocrite. I hate Kikainoids. Bitch, you are a Kikainoid. Like, what kind of logic does that make? Unless they're trying to go with the thought that like he hates himself.
Yeah, that kind of stuff is really hard to sort of place. Like, I also think of Judge Doom, the whole I want to eradicate Toontown, but it turns out he's a Toon.
That one episode he had where they developed him slightly, they explained that, but it was such an unsatisfactory answer that I genuinely don't even remember what it was.
Yeah.
But then we have the second, or at least to me, the second least favorite member of the team. Majine.
She was the girl.
But for being the sole female member of the team, it didn't work.
No, she was clumsy and annoying, and maybe made up for it to defeat the Monster of the Week twice.
I liked her.
I will say I did enjoy her going no Majine. Like, I thought that was adorable.
I mean, her character song's really good. Her design's pretty good.
Yeah, I like her.
She has her moments, but what makes her different from, like, I don't know. It's especially hard to think because, the last Pink Ranger we got was a doctor who was like the best in her field.
Oh.
So it was, like a good role model for little girls. And then you just have Majine.
Hirame Pink was all business, man.
And then a little bit before that, we had Momo Ninja, who was also a very, very well-developed Pink Ranger character.
Oh, Light Red Ninja, yes.
Yeah.
Vroon was cute.
Vroon was genuinely entertaining. Like, I like the noises he made, his like fanatical devotion to everything he was interested in.
The fucking signs with himself on the library.
Oh, that was one.
I recommend these books. Read these.
The Love World episode was such a good episode.
Oh yeah.
And when he reenacted the fucking Black Condor moment.
Oh man.
Why am I stabbing this guy? Oh my god. Oh.
And I'll say, I'll definitely say Vroon, like, Jiren and Vroon are like tied for being like my two favorite members of the team.
In terms of just the core team, I would say Vroon is my second favorite behind Ziren.
I liked Zuran and then I liked Kaito. I liked Kaito a lot, and especially because that Zenkaiger suit just, it's gorgeous. And like, thanks to Zenkai Red and even Zenkaiger Black, like it is proven that you can put that suit in any color and it will just look fantastic.
And it's nice to know that he'll be the reason Sentai figure arts come back.
Oh, right.
I still need to find a way to get my
Prodigal
hands on
Son.
one.
My opinion on Zenkaiger has not changed. I'm not a fan of the Evil Knievel design. Kamen Rider Mach did it better.
Those fucking Aka Ranger eyes, just I am obsessed with them. I love it so much.
Like I said when the show started, I get that the holes are a reference to Go Ranger, but that was there because technology was limited at the time, and we don't need to be bound that hard by traditions of the past, and it doesn't look good, and I still think that.
Nah, hard disagree.
I like Kaito's optimism towards everything.
As a character, Kaito was the one driving the show.
I just like that, you know, he always was used to how Stacy was, and then when Stacy was acting strange, he just was fully on like, that's not right. You're not the Stacy I know.
Kaito
he didn't care that he was like acting all good and helping them. He's like, this doesn't feel like you.
Kaito gets points because most of the Monster of the Week shenanigans, he was the one to solve them. And yes, he was the one to convince Stacy to change. So
the manga episode.
So good.
The manga episode.
So good. Yachan was a fucking goat.
Oh, she was good.
Kaito
had the optimism. She was the heart of the team.
That
Agreed.
fucking scene with Stacy when Stacy was crying, like, holy god, fucking damn.
Oh no, that made me like, you know how? So you remember in the group chat when I said, so we all agree, like, about Stacy being the MVP of the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was right after me watching that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that crying was just so good. Like, oh my god.
Because, like, and that's what I mean by the underlying message of, like, equality. She knows that, like, you know, he tormented, like, her grandson and his friends. But she knows that he didn't do it because he's evil. He did it for a purpose.
He was in pain, in trauma, and she opened up to him and said, "You have a place you can go. I'll be a place that you can be safe." And that is, man, she's a good mom.
I'm gonna say this.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name.
I'd say Yachan's up there with fucking Uncle Mario.
Agreed.
Yeah, Uncle Mario was just such a good listener, mentor. He helped Yamato in like his worst moments, and like Yachan was there too. Like, amazing to think that the first image we got of her was her holding the Gearlinger, and we were like, Grandma Ranger?
I'm kind of sad that wasn't a thing.
No, that was just a what if in Kaito's fucking head. It's like, oh Yachan, what if you become a Zenkaiger? And she's like, what? No, I'm a grandma.
I'm a bit upset we never found out about her husband.
I was about to say, so we were talking about her being an amazing mentor and Mario being an amazing mentor, so when are they going to form a power couple?
I don't know, maybe Yachan had something going on with that old man who's that regular.
Oh, Ta-san or Susan, whatever the fuck his name was?
Yeah.
Or you never know, it could have just been a thing of, you know, deadbeat dad left.
Could be.
She was left alone with the kid.
Or maybe he's already passed, who knows?
Yeah, or maybe he's passed, who knows? Anyways, strong, independent woman.
Oh yeah, no, Yachan was a goat.
Agreed.
But speaking of Yachan, San-chan was fucking pointless.
I was
he
so
was adorable. The way he introed each episode was adorable, and the way that he told people about what Sentai were going to be used was adorable, and he's wonderful, and I'm sorry I like mascot.
I was so happy that the finale didn't start with him yelling in my fucking ear. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I know you like him and you're fully within your rights too, but Oh my god, every time it talked, it droned in my head.
I get that like Japan likes to be like funny with their puns and like their add-on words to each sentence, but I really hate him going like
Like,
I hate him said tune after everything.
I just didn't like. Again, after rewatching the majority of the show, just Senchan didn't really do anything.
No, and like
all he was
really-
there to
like
go,
a
hey,
Zord or
remember that
something."
one gear you have? That'll solve it. That was it.
You could have honestly just given his parts to Yachan, and that would have made her an even stronger character.
Yo, if Yachan had like
Sentai
studied up all the Sentai, that would have been cool.
Imagine Yachan coming in with like a new candy or something, and be like, previously on Zenkaiger.
What if she just like drove into a battle on a bike or something and went, here's a new gear, and just yeeted over to Kaito?
Imagine
Yeah.
she was the reason why Zenkaiger was the way he looked, was because like she was a hardcore Go Ranger fan, and like she told like her son
Yo,
and daughter-in-law,
Oh my
no,
God, that's
the
hilarious.
leader's got to be Go Ranger.
that would have been
It's
cool.
like you remind me of the heroes from my day. And that's why it's
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
He should have been the link to Showa era Sentai.
that would have been cool, but unfortunately, that wouldn't have worked with the whole Sentais are separate worlds in this show.
Yeah.
You could have no, but you could have had but then you could have had like the parents be like the hardcore modern Sentai fans and like
If they hadn't done the whole every Sentai is a separate universe in this show, we could have done so many interesting things.
yeah.
But no, we got
the
Puppet World, Maze World,
Katatsu World.
Katatsu World, three of those
Kashiwamochi
two that I made
World.
up. Freaking Tag World.
All right.
Ice World.
What do we? All right. So now the Gold Tweaker family.
Talk about making the first wrong impression.
I'm
Like,
sorry to just keep repeating myself, but annoying the whole show.
Okay.
Zox, I can get behind. He is a pirate who travels universes. Okay, I can get behind that. How is it he just so happens to be able to use Sentai gears? That is the part that I don't like. And I get it, toy wise, it has to work. But you're telling me they couldn't have written it into the script better?
It's just Flint happened to see the gear technology and just somehow figured out how to replicate it.
Oh, there's a pirate Sentai. Cool, we're pirates.
Let's pirate their abilities and appearance.
Speaking of Flint, guess who my least favorite character is?
Oh, you didn't like Flint?
I fucking despise Flint.
Oh man. Wow. I didn't think she was that bad.
Well, no. Wait,
Flint was such a non-character that I didn't even put her in my mental ranking. I forgot about her.
No, that's the problem. She does nothing. Oh, she's a scientist. You may be thinking, and yes, she is shown to be a good scientist, but it's never explained. Why is she a scientist? How is she a scientist from a world filled with pirates?
Yeah.
No, it's not it's not that she does nothing, Gar. It's that everything she does, we never see it. Everything she did was off screen.
Yeah.
She would see something and go, and then come back later in the battle. Hey, I built a thing.
By the way, here's some super form Zenkaiju gears.
Like literally after the halfway point in the show, most of her scenes were just holding Kuttner and Ricky behind Zox, cheering them on. That's not a character. That isn't like chance. Who knows? Maybe there were plans to make her and Zox a pair of Six Rangers, like Go on Wings or Beaten Stag Buster.
That would have been interesting.
But I chances are the budget probably went towards Stacy, and thus, oh crap, we have a character that doesn't have a purpose.
And honestly, if that is what happened, I think that was the correct decision, leaning into Stacy.
Mm-hmm.
But they could have done more with Flint. Like I just didn't
like giving us an interesting female ranger.
They could have given us another ranger. But no,
I think they just could. I honestly think.
She could have been three Kaiser.
I feel like Zox was dragged behind because of his family. Like, I feel like he should have
held
been
him back?
like, he was held back because of his family. He should have just been a loner the whole fucking time.
I mean,
Ricky,
More like the kind of person who would be, but you can't judge anybody
like,
on that basis.
despite the fact that Zox annoyed me, I do think that his character developing the way it did was appropriate, because, like, they very clearly toyed with the idea of, yeah, I could be better on my own, but I'm going to choose not to be on my own, and I'm going to fight despite what setbacks might happen as a result of having relationships with people. And that's kind of a positive message, too.
Yeah. But then, we have Kuttner and Ricky, who, like, it's just the same problem with Flint. They have an interesting backstory of them being cursed and all that, but they never feel upset about it.
And what I'm pissed the most about that whole plot line is we never see the scene where they get the curse undone. They just come back and they're human.
I had a feeling it would happen off screen, but the fact that it actually did was kind of weird.
They could have saved that for like a movie or something.
Maybe they will, and it'll be a flashback.
No, I think it should have been in the series, because why the fuck else would we be invested in them all year? It's like, oh, I can't wait to see them finally break the curse, and then they just show up. It's like, yeah, we did it.
Yeah,
cool.
And then sometimes they were practical, and then sometimes they were CGI, which the CGI versions of them were terrible. And
yeah, unfortunately, I kind of agree with.
And the problem is they don't have any individuality.
No, one's the energetic one, one's the more serious one.
Those aren't
one
characters.
One has a sword, one has a gun.
Those aren't characters.
One has a deeper voice.
They say the same things. They don't really do like.
Well, they're twins, so I get it.
like I get it too, but come on, just like you're not helping your case with this whole family dynamic.
Oh, and I just also think just the way they kind of did the whole Sentai thing was just kind of weird. Like, it's just like it was a bunch of most of it was all just references that, like, I had to keep asking you, Gar, like, oh, what's this referencing? What's the reference in this Sentai? Like, I just didn't get it. So unless you've watched every Sentai, which Gar has, you're not going to get every reference.
Almost. There's still 3 left. 3 Sentais left.
Yep. The Tochi Tendo, forgettable as all fuck.
Oh,
Barishitar for me was honestly like the weakest general we've ever fucking had.
I think this is the only Sentai I've ever seen where they didn't add an actual new evil general the entire show.
What about Stacy?
Stacy wasn't a general.
The only time they added someone was Hakaiser, and that was just for the arc of him being brainwashed and then being brought back. They never added an actual new evil general the way almost every other Sentai did at some point.
Bokuwaos is more like Rita. I'm looking at my notes here, and
Bokuwaos was just a fucking big ass baby, and then he got all super serious in his like last like episode where he like became like this final form, and I was just like, this came out of fucking nowhere. He never acted like this the entire fucking show. He was always just like, nothing's working right. Bam, 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 bam. You all suck. You fail. Bam, 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 bam. That's all he did. He was just a baby.
This guy.
Wait a minute. Hang on.
It was like
character.
It was like bootleg Genis from Zoojer, where he was a fixture, and then like had a final form, and it was just gone in an episode.
Genis was straight up terrifying. When the man raised himself up a bit, we all were like, "Oh fuck!"
He just went straight into like cosmic horror territory, but with Bokuwaos, it just felt like sort of like an afterthought.
Wait a minute, Bokuwaos, the big endgame villain, stayed in his base 24/7. Always complained about the Rangers beating him and not really facing him head on till the very end. That's just Rita.
But far less entertaining.
Done Rita.
Well, I mean, at least Rita went around in a tricycle, so.
I will say, the one funny bit Bokuwaos ever had was the first time the Zenkaigers reached his room, and he just went, BAM! bam, and just drop them out the trash chute.
Yeah, he's just like, no boss battle for you yet.
That was the only funny thing he ever did.
Ichirude was interesting in design, but other than that, I just we've had better scientist villains.
Sorry, there's just one more thing I want to stress about Bokuwa's. That was a waste of Joji Nakata's talent.
Agreed.
You know, this guy was freaking Cowler and Flashman, Lord Bias and Lifeman, and Azald from Zoology.
I was gonna say, who's Azald in Zoology?
You know, he is a pretty big name actor from the franchise. Not to mention also Giroro from Sergeant Frog, which I love him
Holy
to death
crap,
for that.
I had no idea that he was Giro.
But him being the voice of Tank Joe and Bokuwa's, stop wasting this guy's talent.
No idea that he was voiced by the same person as Giro. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Just stop wasting this guy's talent. He's a good actor.
He also dubbed over King Leonidas in 300, which is why Giro says this is Sparta in one of the episodes.
I love Jackson in our chat. Ichirude, you're a robot. Build legs.
He's not even a scientist. He took the technology from freaking Kaito's
Yeah, he's a
parents.
thief.
He's like, we could make so many jokes about Edison and Tesla here. But
Oh,
we're not going to.
So you know what he is? He's half-assing it. Like how he doesn't have legs. He's gonna wheel himself around. He's half-assing it.
The man's so lazy,
He's half-liking it.
he took Stay Caesar's robot and just painted it.
Into like Galvatron colors.
Yeah.
It just made me think of Galvatron.
That was a cool figure they released recently of like Megatron turning into Galvatron. That's a cool figure.
Just feels like a waste.
I heard the paint's on it's bad though.
Yeah, it's Hasbro nowadays. but no, like tell me, does that not look like what Ichirude's robot turned into?
Yep.
But yeah, just these like other than like the only thing that interests me about these guys was Gaga because it was a giant mechanical bird. Like that was cool, and then apparently it had the personality of a fucking god in it. So
Barashitaro had some interesting moments. It was
the only thing about him that was interesting was the 900 wives.
Yeah, like he had hundreds of wives, all of which he had children with, and then killed the wives, and then the children revolted, and then he killed the children. Jesus Christ, this man's got a history.
Yeah, like it got really dark all of a sudden. It also reminded me of Ego from Guardians.
I was just about to say, wait a minute, isn't that just Ego from
Yes.
Guardians 2?
It's Egotron.
I know your favorite part in Zenkaiger.
Huh?
It was when Stacy's mom was trying to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
Stacy's mom has got a freaking knife. I don't know, it didn't work, because I was going to say he's got a gun, but, like, she didn't, so I had to change it.
The joke was Stacy's mom is gonna kill her son.
Again.
Oh, yeah, oh my gosh.
I'm sorry I keep going back to Zootra because it's just Zootra's such a good Sentai, but like
it's the same writer.
No, yeah, exactly. They did the whole Stacy's mom thing, and I was just like, but Zootra did it better with Yamato's mom.
Yeah,
that was better. That was better written.
Yeah,
it was hurtful.
And he had a better dad, in which he was a freaking piece of shit.
Yeah, and then Uncle Mario stepped in and was fucking Father of the Year.
Yep.
I also feel like there were some wasted potentials in this show, like the Sentai gears as a gimmick.
Poor gimmick, I have to admit.
They were just, it was all over the place.
And now we get these Avataro gears, and these look like what the Sentai gears should have been from the start.
I just wasn't interested in any of the merchandise. Like I didn't buy a single thing from Zenkaiger.
I like the gear to linger. It's a cool toy.
Also, I'm just upset that we never got like the evil Megazord fights ever again after they were debuted in episode 8.
Oh yeah, Stacy would summon them and they'd come out of their fucking toy boxes.
What a waste! What a great idea that was wasted. Although I think that's kind of because like it worked too well the first time.
Yeah,
but he's like, oh, you summoned too many of them, so you don't have enough energy to do it. Okay, just do 2 at a time.
Yeah,
it would be cool.
It would be so cool.
So cool.
Yeah, so I guess Zenkaiger, it was enjoyable.
I enjoyed it for what it was, but like I honestly a quarter way into the show, like a bunch of people were just like, "Man, when's the plot happening and stuff?" And I'm like, "It's not happening."
And then
like,
it never happened.
This is not the anniversary season you're all gonna expect. Like when I saw what the Zenkaigers looked like, that we were getting this one human and 4 robots, I'm like, this is not gonna be the anniversary season you guys expect.
No, because freaking, I'll admit, shitty normie Sentai fans think every anniversary season needs to be Gokaiger.
I wasn't looking for Gokaiger. I actually would prefer if this was even less like Gokaiger, because it's like every episode it's like, this is that Sentai. If you use their gear, you get that special attack they did.
That's why, again, Zyuohger was the 40th anniversary of the series, and they just were like, you know what? We're just gonna do a traditional fucking Sentai, and it worked so goddamn well.
Now I'm just curious to know what they're gonna do for the 50th.
Well,
that's gonna be a big
we'll have
deal.
to find out.
Zenkaiger 3.
I keep hearing this bullshit. We're like, Dawn Brothers is gonna be the last one. I'm like, no, it's not.
I don't understand, like, people who keep like every year we get this is the last Sentai rumors, and I'm like, A, no, B, is that what you want? Why?
No, it's because it's the big thing of, like, Don Momotaro's actor brought up that, this might be the final season of Sentai, which I feel like that's just a scare tactic.
That is not for the actors to decide. That is not for the actors to decide.
No, like the producers told them on set. Where I feel like it is just a scare tactic, so they're not half-assing their performance because it's just a
good or
show.
Sentai dies.
Yeah. Do you really want to be known as the last Sentai? No? Then start acting.
You want to be a star, don't you? Then put it on.
like they were like keeping them locked up in a room, like in.
I don't know.
Also, let's be real here. We're like 4 years away from the 50th anniversary. They're not going to stop it now.
No, absolutely not.
They can't end in 45.
Again, as I said, Zenkaiger was kind of the prototype for what Dawn Brothers is going to be. Dawn Brothers is the final product of what we were supposed to actually get. At
this point, for me, we have leapt out of the goofy but tolerable frying pan into the genuinely nightmarish fire.
No, but you have to think about it. Dawn Brothers is the perfect example of what they're doing for an anniversary Sentai, because it's a mixture of all these things. We get a traditional Sentai of, like, you know, except for green, I guess, but it's black instead. But we get, you know, the gimmick that was last year's Sentai. We get a Sentai that 2 of the members are really weirdly shaped or different from the main other 3. And it's, you know, they change into the other Sentai teams, and they don't have proper Megazords.
I don't understand what point you're leading to.
No, Lane, I think what they're trying to do more is, let's face it, out of the holy trinity that is the tokusatsu, like, franchises, take a wild guess on which has been keeping going up and up in marketing, in sales. Spoilers, it's the one that Ichi doesn't watch.
Ultraman.
Exactly. And what does Ultraman do every year? It embraces its past and uses, like,
all of their gimmicks are references to the previous ones.
Yeah, because it's about legacy. It's about getting kids involved into the older product. Sentai is starting to understand, maybe we should acknowledge these seasons not every 5 years, but maybe every year. Get them involved. Get them to be like, I wonder what that Sentai is about, and go watch it.
The problem with that is, if you keep saturating each new Sentai with the gimmicks and motifs and references to the past, it completely drowns out any sense of identity from the individual shows themselves.
Yeah, it loses all of its story and characters to just a whole bunch of references.
Like, people like to chide stories for having too many references, and normally I'm okay with them to a degree, but Zenkaiger is proof that you can have too much of a good thing. Too many references, too many callbacks, too many designs based on previous things, and just applied in just the gaudiest, most god-awful way that the Zenkaiger suits were, to just like, to at the same time pay homage to tradition and previous suits, but then also to deviate from that way in such a gaudy and unasked for manner, just completely sucks out whatever enjoyment I might have had.
So you're saying is if they were just ordinary, like say if they had a robot themed Sentai,
if they had,
and
yeah,
and it had nothing to do with the anniversary stuff.
If they had suits that were robotic but not that robotic, that could have been cool. If we,
I see where you're coming from.
If they leaned hard into this is a Sentai made of robots, but they weren't clearly based on the Megazords and they were original robots and were like a little less thick and clearly over encumbersome, and like it would have been much more interesting to like see what they did with them. And I feel like we would have gotten a lot more interesting fight choreography, because these heavy ass suits that they have probably weren't able to fight as well as they wanted.
Also, I didn't enjoy that Zulan and Gaon's suits were like basically identical. I get it was for the Megazord, but like, you made it work with Majine and Vroom's
I was about to
designs.
say, that's not an excuse, because look at Vroom Majine, so much better.
Yeah. So I liked Zenkaiger, and I like, especially because like me, like this show happened just as I was just like really into my huge robot phase. But like, as much as I love robots, Zenkaiger just didn't really click with me, because like Pat Ranger is still my favorite Sentai team, because I just love everything about them.
Just to give you an example of what I'm talking about when I mean like original robot Rangers. Look at Stagbuster from Go Busters. There's a perfect example. He's a robot in his normal form, but then when he transforms, it looks more like a traditional Sentai suit.
Yeah, and he also, parts of his body he puts on to the Beatbuster, so that's why they work well together.
Yeah.
But the true best robot in Sentai for me will always be Signal Man. Nothing gets better than that.
So I'm excited to see where the crossover movie goes with Kira Major.
I'll be happy to see the Kira Majors again.
And speaking of the Kira Majors, again, so like with this being the second season from like this decade, it is definitely still underneath Kira Major. Kira Major is still like the best Sentai of this decade.
Agreed.
Which isn't saying much when there's only been 2 seasons.
Thinking. If you're talking just this decade, then yeah. I was gonna say I think I like Zyuohger more, but that wasn't this decade.
Well, okay. So in terms of Sentai, of current Sentais that we've seen for Castranger,
then yeah, I think Zyuohger is the best.
I think Q Ranger is my favorite, but I really like Kira Major and Zyuohger as well.
I still say Power Ranger is my favorite Sentai team, but ToQger is my favorite series overall. Still, I just thought ToQger was just a delight.
I like that we're all different on this.
Especially when you found out that they were kids the whole time. That just like 180 me going, okay, the show's amazing. I understand it and get everything they did up to this point.
So yeah, any other thoughts on?
I mean, I could say creative. That's what I thought Zenkaiger was. But I'm ready for Don Brothers. I'm ready for Inu Brother. I think Kichi Brother's going to steal the show.
I enjoyed the music a lot in Zenkaiger.
Oh yeah, some good songs. The Rumagine theme, Stacy's theme, the roll call. We didn't talk about that. The roll call, genuinely entertaining. One of my top 5 roll calls.
Changed it up a lot, which was funny.
They managed to make the stupid Monster of the Week gimmicks work and make them funny with the customized roll calls.
Most deranged roll calls possible.
The theme to the roll call is so good it's already on my phone.
Do, 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 do.
It was nice that Dinah's actor got to sing the song.
Oh yeah, Takeshi Saruno.
Oh.
Yeah. No. Yeah. A massive credit goes out to Michiaki Watanabe, who helped out with the background music for Zenkaiger.
Oh, that's right, because he's been there since like day one.
Yeah, he did like Go Ranger, Jacka. Like he did a lot of the older Sentais. Dude's in his 90s now.
Fuck.
Damn.
So like it definitely gave it that like pop feel of like when you think of it, it sticks in your head.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I remember the Zura and Gaon combination. Their theme song was like more like Showa era, and then Vroom and Majin's was more modern era.
Well, it's
Yeah.
because they got the singers from the seasons to do
Yeah.
it. Well,
Yeah.
except for Jura and Gao, that was done by Isao and Mitsuko.
Uh-huh.
Get it?
Yeah.
Kaito's parents were named after the singers.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's a nice touch.
So anyways, Kikai Radio Sentai Castranger.
So our feature topic
Looks
for
like-
next week, we'll be obviously talking about the Dawn Brothers premiere.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Oh man, season 8 of Castranger. It's gonna be great.
AG, I hope this series turns around for you. I really hope so.
I do too.
I
Same
hope
here.
that Dawn Brothers does a better job of what Zenkaiger did and keep me coasting through it by way of its interesting characters.
It's gonna be entertaining as fuck. I guarantee that. Oh, Eater brother, I can't wait. I'm so excited. I am here 100% for that shitty CGI all year round. I would play the GIF, but I can't.
Mhm.
I love that GIF of just him fighting.
The one that looks like the fucking Pakistani Sonic Toys commercial.
Oh yeah, it's on my phone forever. I love it. I watch it constantly. It's so funny. I love it. So stupid.
Yeah. All right, so that will bring us to a close here on Radio Sentai Castranger for the week. We have finished Zenkaiger. We have finished season 7 of Castranger.
Yeah, because next episode won't be out on our anniversary day, but it'll be the week of the anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming up on 8 years now. Like Jesus Christ! I tell people that like I do this show every Friday, and I was like, oh yeah, my friends and I have been doing the show for like 8 years every Friday, and they're like, really? And I was like, yep.
Sometimes we miss a Friday here and there, but still.
Yeah. As I've said every now and then, Castranger is the project that I have been the most consistent and committed to out of my entire life, and I couldn't do it without you guys here with me and everyone in the chat. You guys keep me motivated. You guys make me feel like this is worth doing. So thank you to everyone here with me, and thank you to everyone in the chat, and thank you to everyone listening out there on any of the sites that our podcast goes to.
Thank you very much for listening, and take care, everyone.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, without this podcast, freaking it wouldn't have given me the opportunity to share my opinions.
Yeah.
I mean, we love your opinions, Gar. Like
They may be shitty opinions here. and
No,
there.
hey, man. You've been an entertaining member of our group, and you've been such a vast array of knowledge that like dude, again, like you tell us all these behind the scene and production facts stuff. I love them. Like
You're our
so
Phillip.
fascinating to find all this stuff. Yeah, and it's just great. And like I love your opinion, and like Emily's so sweet, and I love her biased on everything that she loves, and she's so passionate about it.
I don't want to have any kind of bias.
No, it's fine. Ichi, again, I love your. You're my bestie, so I love everything about you. I love your belt mechanics. Love when you get angry. I love when you get
I like
sad.
your
I love when you
shirt.
get happy about.
I like
It shows how-
Ichi's. I like Ichi.
And then, there's me.
Oh, MVP of the show.
A lot of people like me for some reason. I don't know why. I appreciate it though.
You're the one we all say our opinions to. You validate us.
Well, and I'm just the impulsive, loud one who likes to buy everything in sight because I like buying things. It makes me happy. Even though
I bought this Ultraman thing.
I've toned down on it a lot in recent years. Like, honestly, like, I hope X-Aid me never happens ever again. I was just off the rails that year.
Yep.
Oh, man. Gamer driver, best driver ever. No. But yeah, so I love you all. I love doing this show, and I hope we keep doing it for as long as we can. And I'm glad we've been doing it for as long as we can.
Have we really been doing it for this long?
And man, as long as we can reach that 10-year goal, yeah, I think I'd be satisfied.
Yeah, also, you people in our Discord server, you guys are just such a fun bunch of dudes, and you've been keeping it so, like,
thanks
so
for not
good,
being
so
dicks.
pure, so positive. You're so friendly with everyone, and we have all these sections where you can, like, you know, express yourselves with, like, whatever it is. Like, I go in the regulars chat and I see you guys talk about all your personal problems all the time, and it's really sweet. So I'm glad you're all here for each other.
But we're much like the Zenkaigers, and where we treat everyone with equality. Because that's what we really need right now in the world.
No matter
Equality.
what world you're from, you deserve to be heard and seen and taken care of.
That's why I include the chat in the videos, because you guys all have good and valid and interesting opinions, and you catch what we miss a lot, and you share the screenshots while we're talking about stuff. So you guys are all part of the show too.
And let's face it, sometimes they make better jokes than us.
That's true. See, we're all Castrangers.
I will eat you.
I will record you.
Oh.
But yeah, so
I'm also
thank you, everyone.
I'm also very thankful that I spent an hour on the phone with Rogers right before this show getting my internet not working.
Oh my god, like, thank God you got that fixed fast.
So yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Well, I'll be here next week for the Dawn Brothers premiere talk.
I fucking hope so.
I'm gonna need someone to yell at.
First episode of a new Sentai? You need to fucking be here, buddy. We need you.
Yeah, I won't be here the following week because I bought a ticket for the Trigger movie. But then the following week afterwards, I'll be back.
I'm triggered.
But I gotta see how Ultraman Trigger comes to a mediocre conclusion.
I have to see how shit it is.
I mean, thankfully the Taiga movie kind of solved the ending that we got for Taiga, but Taiga was still not great. So
I need to see how this all comes to a meh.
Taiga and Bunny?
No, that would be a cool show.
I guess season 2 soon.
Yes.
Tiger and Bunny 2's this summer. I can't wait.
All right.
Anyways, I think we just kept derailing.
Yeah, we're over 2 hours now, so we need to wrap the shit up. So as usual, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. You know what's there. You've heard me say it all the time.
Do it.
Ah.
Do it.
That was startling.
Stay Sentai.
All right, thank you. We love you all, and we'll see you next week for the premiere of Zenkaiger 2.
Super Zenkaigers.
Yay.
2 Zen, 2 Kaiger.
Power Rangers Super Zenkaiger.
I'm sorry, that was really bad.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Take care, everyone. Stay safe.
Stay Sentai.